Hello, everyone, and welcome in. My name is Alexis Miller. I'm one of the yoga instructors here for Yoga for Caregivers. This is our weekly stretch session where we focus on getting into our bodies, stretching ourselves out, getting us ready for the rest of our day and the rest of our week. As we move through practice today, let's keep in mind our boundaries and notice, where are you ready to extend into postures? Where do you need to modify and come down to the mat? Or perhaps find your center posture. Also, keep in mind, I don't often cue water. So, if and when you feel thirsty, of course, please feel free to step off your mat, grab that drink, and then join us whenever you feel ready. So, with all of that being said, let's go ahead and come into a comfortable seat, whether the legs are crossed or they're straight out in front of you. You can be up on a prop like a block, like I am, or a bolster, or you can just be down on your mat. We're going to wiggle back and forth as we root into our sits bones, and then we'll sit up nice and tall. We're going to inhale as we draw the shoulders forward and up, and then exhale as we drop them back and down. Inhale as the shoulders draw forward and up, and then exhale as they drop back and down. Hands coming into a comfortable position, whether on your knees, palms up or down, or in your lap. Gently closing the eyes if you'd like, or just finding an unmoving point and softening your gaze here. This year, inspiration for our classes is drawn from the Native American medicine wheel based on Sun Bear's vision. The medicine wheel teaches us about movement and change and offers us insight that will help us learn and grow. As we prepare to leave the flicker phase of the year, now is the time to experience your deep emotions and notice how they can guide you into expressing your love, kindness, and creativity in your life. Working hard, taking rest, and pursuing our goals is important, but none of these matter if we don't find ways to do them with kindness, creativity, and love. Living in this manner allows us to reorganize our life in a way that's in harmony with our true nature. Today, as you move through practice, see if you can cultivate the felt sense of kindness, creativity, and love. Allow it to carry you through the practice and off the mat into your daily life. So, settling in, taking a deep inhale through your nose, filling your belly, lungs, and chest with air. And then slowly exhaling the breath back out. Taking another deep inhale, fill your belly, lungs, and chest with air. And then slowly exhale that breath back out. Taking another deep inhale here, feeling your belly expand and fill completely full of air. Exhale that breath out as you draw the belly button in toward your spine. Inhale as you feel your torso expand and your collarbones gently lift. Exhale as you feel your shoulders release down and away from your ears. Inhale as you draw air in your nose, down your throat, filling your lungs. And then feel the air leave your lungs, move up your throat and out your nose. Continue to breathe deeply, inhaling and exhaling with intention. Really allowing the movement of the breath here to simply hold your attention, hold your focus. And as you breathe here, see if you can breathe in kindness for yourself and breathe out kindness for others. Breathe in love for yourself, breathe out love for others. And breathe in creativity for yourself and creativity for others. If that feels like too much, you can come to a simple mantra, something like inhaling, I am, exhaling kindness itself. Inhaling, I am, exhaling kindness itself. Wherever you are, remaining here with the breath for just a few more moments. Taking another deep breath here, setting an intention or a purpose for your practice today, which really can be anything at all, but it often answers the question, why did I get on my mat? Take another deep inhale here. Feel the intention with the heart and the mind. And then exhale your breath out. Set that intention off to the side, knowing we'll return to it toward the end of our practice. Lovely. Removing that prop if you are on one here, setting it off to the side, and beginning by bringing the soles of your feet together. Knees are in little mounts. Good. Inhale, sweep your arms forward and up, and then exhale, twist over to the right. Bring the left arm to the outside of the knees, pressing them into one another, and then sweeping that right hand around as a kickstand behind you, seated twist. Good. Inhale, let's come back into center. Exhale, twisting to the left, right arm to the outside of the left leg, and then propping that left arm to the back behind you here, seated twist. Good. Inhale as we return back into center. Exhale, twisting over to the right again. So keeping those knees moving toward the midline, rooting through the spine, shoulders down. Inhale, coming back into center. Exhale, twisting over to the left, curving that nose around here. Good. Shoulders down. And then inhaling back into center. Good. Drop those hands, allow the soles of the feet to open, knees to fall open. Extend your left leg out at about a 45-degree angle. Draw the right knee in here. Good. Now, we're going to drop our right hand down to the mat. Inhale, sweep tall with that left arm. Exhale, lean over to the right here as you reach through those top fingers for a seated side bend. So because our leg is straightened, we're getting a deeper stretch through that left side. Press into that right hand to keep your hip bones rooted onto the mat. Press that side body toward the top corner of the room so you're really feeling that pull through the ribs here. Good. Let's take a couple deep breaths here together. Inhale, we sweep that left arm tall, coming back up. And then we're rotating our hands so they're on either side of that left leg. Exhale, walk your hands forward, folding forward over this left leg, coming into this shoestring posture. It's got a couple different names here. So folding forward here. Now we're really feeling that stretch to the back and that lower right side there, and a little bit into that right side body. Shoulders are down, hands can be on the leg, grasping the foot, forearms on the mat, whatever feels good for you. And then tucking your chin slightly so you're really reaching through the crown of the head, creating that nice long line of energy from the spine out the neck here. Let's breathe. Inhale, go ahead. Press yourself back on up into center here. Bring the sole of that left foot to the floor and then fold the knee toward the right knee. And then slide this left leg back so the left leg is no longer on top of the right foot. So now you're kind of sitting here with your knees kind of pointing in these opposite directions, but your feet are pointing back to the left here. Good. Now we're going to take ourselves over to the right. Hands come to either side of that right leg. And then on the exhale, walk your hands forward here, folding forward over that right knee, that right leg, coming into a nice right hip stretch here. If you need, you can always use props under the forearms to help with the lowering of your body to help make sure that you're in control and not gravity, but it's an option, not requirement. As you lean forward here, you can drop the forehead down to the floor if that's accessible, really feeling into that stretch in the right hip, and then noticing too a bit of that opening in the left hip here. Shoulders are shrugged down. And again, we're reaching through the crown of the head, that nice long line of energy. Let's take a couple deep breaths here together. Good. And then inhale, let's go ahead, press ourselves back up into center here. Soles of the feet come to floor, and then we extend our legs straight out in front of us here. Good. So rooting into the sits bones, feeling the backs of the legs connect with the mat beneath you. We're going to inhale as we sweep our arms wide, maybe clasp those hands or fingers together. Exhale, lean back, getting a nice little back bend here, looking up toward the sky, squeezing the shoulder blades together. And then take another deep inhale here as you lengthen through the spine before exhale, hinging at the hips, folding forward over the legs, coming into a seated forward fold. So as we fold forward here, feeling the chest press down onto the legs here, shoulders are shrugged down. Now, of course, if chest does not touch the legs, it's totally fine. Hands can rest on the legs somewhere. They can be down on the mat. They can also be gripping your feet. And then once again, chin is tucked, reaching through the crown of the head energetically, really feeling that pull through the back of the legs simultaneously. Let's breathe. All right. Inhale. Let's go ahead, walk ourselves up into center. Nice work. Right leg comes out at that about a 45-degree angle. Bring that left sole of the foot into the inside of the thigh. Drop your left hand down to your side. Inhale, sweep tall with that right arm. And then exhale, lean over to the right as you reach through those top fingers. Good. Seated side bend. So once again, our leg is extended, so we feel that nice deep pull on that right side this time. Really reaching through the top fingers while also pressing into that left hand to keep our hips rooted onto the mat here. Good. Wherever you are, let's take a couple of deep breaths here together. Inhale, sweep that right arm up, bringing yourself back into center. Good. Let's go ahead and bring our hands to either side of that right leg. Exhale, rotating forward or leaning forward with the chest, I should say, coming into that shoestring posture, opposite side. So as we fold over this right leg, again, hands find that comfortable position for you, whatever that may look like. Good. Reaching the chest down. Of course, it does not have to touch the leg. Really feeling that deep pull through the back of that right leg, keeping the toes slightly flexed. And then again, chin is slightly tucked. We're reaching through the crown of the head here. Let's take a couple deep breaths here together. All right. Inhale, pressing into the mat, walking ourselves into center. Once again, sole of the foot comes to the floor, knee folds down to the left knee. Slide it back here so the legs are not stacked. Our knees are pointing in different directions, but our feet are going off to the right here. Nice. So notice here as you sit, we're going to turn toward the left knee now, hands on either side of that leg. And then when you're ready, exhale, folding forward over the left knee, coming down. So now we're getting a stretch in our left hip. As we fold over this leg, you can come all the way down, forehead to the mat, if that's accessible or it feels good for you. If not, no worries. You can also be up on the hands. Notice too that sensation may be subtle, maybe not so subtle in that right hip flexor space as well. Wherever you are, take a couple deep breaths here together. Nice work, folks. Inhale, let's go ahead, press ourselves back up into center. Soles of the feet come to the floor, sweep those legs in front of you, but now bring them out into a wide-legged stance here. So 45-degree angle for both legs here. Approximately, it's whatever your anatomy allows for, so you can stay rooted through your sits bones on the mat. Good. We're going to inhale as we lengthen through the spine and then sweep those arms up tall here, grasp the fingers. Exhale, press the chest forward, nice gentle back bend here. Squeeze your shoulder blades together once again. Good, another deep inhale. And then exhale, bring those arms down to the floor and then begin to walk yourself out into a seated forward fold here with the legs wide. Now, noticing here as you fold forward, checking out the toes, do they fold down toward the mat? If they do, rotate them back toward the sky. So we're getting the most out of that stretch to the inside of the legs. Now, if you're low and that's not possible, step yourself back up here and then hinge to the point where you're able to keep that, but still feel that nice deep stretch. Again, props are here for your support, so use them as you need in whatever way makes the most sense for you. Shoulders are down. And again, we tuck the chin slightly. We reach through that crown of the head toward the top of the room. Let's take a couple deep breaths together as we work the inside of our legs simultaneously. All right, folks. Inhale, press into the mat, walk yourself back up into center. Bring those soles of the feet to the floor, knees in little mountains. Lean back onto your hands, and then let's windshield wipe the knees back and forth, releasing the glutes, the hips, and the low back here. Anytime that we work into the lower half of our body, especially with hip stretches, it's really great to do a release like this because it just gets the blood flowing and does some release of those muscles, especially in the hips. Yeah. All right, when you're ready, coming into stillness, we're going to come down onto our back. So if you need a towel off, grab a drink of water, put on socks or jacket for a final relaxation. Now is your moment. We will not sit up for the rest of this practice. All right. So when you're ready, let's come on down onto our back, making sure your space is clear. Tuck your knees into your chest for a moment, wrap your arms around the legs, squeeze yourself in, maybe rock from side to side. This is a great little back stretch as well as a nice little back massage here. Can feel really, really good at the end of a practice, can help you wake up or help you get ready for bed. It's just very nourishing posture. Good. And then let's go ahead and come into stillness. We're going to drop the soles of our feet down to the floor. Now we're going to work into our IT bands. So go ahead and take that left ankle and bring it to the top of the right knee, creating a figure four with your legs. When you're ready, ankle and knee stay glued together. This entire form falls over to the right. Side of the right leg comes to the mat, sole of the left foot comes to the mat, left knee sticks up into the air. Ooh, we're feeling that stretch to the outside of that left leg, keeping that left knee pointed straight up as much as possible. Arms are out at a T. Your gaze can stay toward the ceiling, or you can turn it over to the left to really deepen that stretch into the neck here. Wherever you find yourself, let's take a couple of deep breaths here together. Inhale, let's press into that right elbow. Bring the legs back up into center. Uncross the legs here. Opposite side. So now we cross that right ankle over the left knee, creating that figure four. Legs stay glued just as they are, and they move as a unit as they fall over to the left. Side of the left leg is on the mat. Sole of the right foot is on the mat. Again, pressing that knee away from the body so it's pointing straight up toward the sky. Now we're feeling that stretch to the outside of that right leg. Arms are out at a T. You can stay looking up toward the sky, or you can turn your gaze over to the right this time, twist coming all the way up into the neck. Notice what feels right for you, and let's take a couple deep breaths here together today. All right. Inhale, we press into that left elbow. Bring yourself back up into center. Uncross the legs. Last two postures here. Soles of the feet on the floor, knees in little mountains. This time, exhale, allow the knees to fall over to the right. Now, if you're feeling enough of a stretch in your left thigh up into the hip, you're welcome to stay here. Options, slide that right foot from out underneath your left leg and then bring the ankle to the top of the knee. That foot is going to press that knee down, deepening that quad stretch. When you look at your knee and your foot, you should be able to see the heel of your right foot and it should be on top of your left knee. If not, make some adjustments so you're in that position. Good. Taking a couple deep breaths here together. Hands can still remain out at a T, or if you prefer to have them closer to the body, that is fine as well. And then uncrossing that right foot, bring it back beneath the knee. Inhale, bring yourself back into center. Adjust your hips as you need so they're back and neutral on the mat. And then exhale, knees fall over to the left. So if you're feeling a deep enough stretch in that right leg, stay right where you are. Quad and hip is where we're targeting. Otherwise, slide that left foot out from underneath the right leg and then bring the left foot to the top of the right knee and allow that foot to press the knee down toward the floor. So again, looking toward the knee, you should be able to see the heel of your left foot on top of your right leg here. Feeling that pull in the right quad and into the hip. And then let's take a couple deep breaths here together. Nice work. We uncross those legs, making our way back up into center here. Good. And then getting ready for final relaxation. So as you adjust the hips, maybe you stay right here. Maybe you grab props like blocks or a bolster to place under the thighs as you extend the legs. Soles of the feet can come together, knees out wide for that reclined down angle. You can extend one leg and keep the opposite thigh in for fallen tree, or you can extend both legs and opening up the hips here, traditional final relaxation. Arms can find that most comfortable position, whatever that looks like for you. If you'd like, you can also roll onto your side or your belly, or you can come into a seated position, treating this final part of our practice as if it is a seated meditation. Noticing what your body is calling out for here today, and then making your way into that posture. As you settle in here, maybe closing the eyes, and then just begin to tune into the breath. Beginning to notice how fast or slow your breath has become, how deep or shallow. Noticing the quality of each breath on your inhales and the quality of each breath on your exhales. Feeling into the gentle rise and fall of your belly, gentle rise and fall of your chest. And again, as you tune in, breathing in kindness for yourself, breathing out kindness for others, breathing in love for yourself, breathing out love for others, breathing in creativity for yourself, breathing out creativity for others. resting here with your breath. And if you'd like, coming back to your mantra, inhaling, I am, exhaling, kindness itself. Remaining here for a few more moments in whatever way best supports you. I'm going to get quiet for this final part of our practice so you can have it to yourself. Please know that I am watching the time and I most certainly respect yours, and I will let you out of this posture before the end of practice. So lean back here, let go, just rest with your breath. When we bring all our attention to truly connect to whatever we're doing, whether we're walking, breathing, brushing our teeth, or eating a meal, it takes us back to being present in the here and now, which is the foundation of happiness. Bringing your awareness back to this space, taking a deep inhale through your nose, filling your belly, lungs, and chest with air, before slowly exhaling that breath back out. Taking another deep inhale as you begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, move your arms and legs, gently waking your body up. When it feels right for you, rolling onto one side, pause there with an arm or a hand beneath your head. It's here that I invite you to bring back to mind your intention or your purpose that you set at the beginning of your practice that answered the question, why did I get on my mat? Take a deep inhale here, make your way on up into a seated position as we close out our practice together. So finding your comfortable seat, rooting into your sits bones, sitting up nice and tall. We inhale as we draw the shoulders forward and up. Exhale as you bring them back and down. Hands come into a comfortable position, whether on the knees, in the lap, or at heart center. Closing the eyes if you'd like. We take a moment to express gratitude for yet another lovely day here on earth and for our bodies that allow us to do so many things, including yoga. Thank you all for allowing me to guide you through this practice today. It was a joy and an honor, and I hope to be able to do so again in the future. The light in me, it sees the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me here for this weekly stretch session with Yoga for Caregivers. Again, my name is Alexis. I'm here every Wednesday at 9 a.m., so make sure to set your alarms and tune in. And you can find Yoga for Caregivers on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So make sure to connect with us there to keep up with everything we've got going on. Thank you once again for joining me, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your week. I look forward to seeing you in the next practice. Bye.